Welcome to LinguaWire English B1. Today, we have two stories: a robot business in the United States and a blind tasting of jollof rice in Washington, D.C. To help you follow today's episode, full transcripts and vocabulary lookups are available at linguawire.com. A U.S. robot distributor changes direction. Now we go to Sophie, our LinguaWire correspondent for technology.
Thanks, Daniel. This company is making a major shift. That comes after a U.S. ban on some foreign-made robots.
So this is not just a small business move. It sounds like pressure from policy is changing the market.
Exactly. RoboStore had become a major North American seller. It sold humanoid robots and robot dogs from a Chinese company called Unitree Robotics. Those robots were popular because they were relatively affordable. Universities and tech companies bought them for research and testing.
Right. So these were not just gadgets. They were used in serious labs and company projects.
Yes, the company says it has sold more than 1,500 robots. It worked with customers like Cisco, OpenAI, NVIDIA, and more than 150 universities.
That is a large number. So what changed now?
On August 10th, RoboStore announced a new plan. It plans to open its own 6,000 square foot manufacturing site on Long Island, New York. It also launched a new company, Robo Inc. That new company will run the manufacturing and systems integration business.
That is a serious pivot, from distributing other companies' robots to making its own.
Yes, and the company says this was not a sudden idea. Teddy Haggerty, its founder and CEO, said the team had been thinking about it for about a year.
Why did they want that change?
He said they learned a lot from helping customers deploy and integrate robots. He also said many businesses do not really need a general humanoid robot for everything.
So the lesson is that one robot does not fit every job.
That is his argument. He pointed to robotic arms from companies like Standard Bots and Universal Robots. He said they are better for many business tasks.
That helps explain the business logic. Is this also part of a bigger change in the market?
Yes, it shows how quickly policy and trade rules can reshape a tech business. A company that once made money by importing popular Chinese robots is now trying to build at home. It is also trying to sell a different kind of product.
And the timing matters too, because they say the plant should be ready in the first fiscal quarter of 2027.
Exactly. That gives them time. It also shows the scale of the move. This is not a minor update. It is a new direction for the company.
A food contest asks a big question. Which country makes the best jollof rice? Now we go to Noah, our LinguaWire correspondent for culture.
Thanks, Daniel. In Washington, D.C., people tried to answer that question with a blind tasting.
So this was not just dinner. It was a competition with a lot of pride behind it.
Very much so. Jollof rice is a famous West African dish. People in countries like Nigeria, Ghana, and Senegal all have strong opinions about it.
And that debate can get very personal, can't it?
It can. At the DC event, about 2,000 people stood in line near Union Market. They were waiting for 6 small tasting cups, each with a different sample.
6 cups, blind tasting, and a lot of people waiting in line. That already feels like a proper food event.
It was. The organizers of the jollof festival have been taking this idea around the United States. They want to compare regional versions of the dish. The samples came from chefs in 6 countries. Those countries were Nigeria, Ghana, Senegal, Sierra Leone, Liberia, and for the first time the United States.
That is interesting because it turns the debate into something people can actually taste.
Exactly, and the rice itself looked different from cup to cup. Some was bright red. Some was brighter yellow with herbs on top. Some people tried to guess where each sample came from. Others just enjoyed the range of flavors.
I like that idea. It keeps the rivalry, but it also makes space for curiosity.
Yes, and the comments were very personal. People compared the rice to family meals and childhood food. They also talked about the version made by a sister-in-law or a neighbor. That is part of why the debate never really ends. What people call the best jollof is often the one they grew up with.
So the answer is not only about taste, it is about memory and home.
Exactly. At the same time, the festival also had a winner. Ghanaian chef Kafui Atakpa won in Washington for the 3rd time in a row.
That is quite a run. And who came second?
A U.S. chef, Jermaine Foreman Marshall, came second. He later said he wanted to show respect for the culture. He also said he wanted to prove he had been paying attention for years.
That adds another layer. It is competitive, but it also feels shared.
That is the point. One chef said the secret is love. Another said the event helps people understand African food and culture better. So the story is not only about a dish. It shows how food can carry identity, pride, and community all at once.
First, 3 words from story 1. 1. Manufacturing. Making products in a factory. In the story, RoboStore said it will open a manufacturing site on Long Island. Example: manufacturing can create jobs in a local town. 2. Deploy. To put something into use in a real place. In the story, the company said it had deployed robots with customers and universities. Example: the hospital will deploy the new system next month. 3. Integration. The process of connecting parts so they work together. In the story, Robo Inc. will handle systems integration for robots and business needs. Example: good integration can make new software easier to use. Now, one grammar point be thinking about. We use this pattern to talk about an idea or plan that is forming but is not final yet. Example 1. Haggerty and his team had been thinking about starting their own robotics business for about a year. Example 2. The company says it had been thinking about a change in strategy before the ban. Repeat after me. Be thinking about. Want more than 2 stories a day? Sign up at linguawire.com for the free daily digest. 4 short stories matched to your level in your inbox every morning. Set up your free subscription at linguawire.com.